Your favorite fat boys.
Man, I'm gonna try, bitch.
What's up, everybody? Your favorite fat boy, Jarron.
Stefan, a.k.a. Mayhem, a.k.a. the new big bad of Marvel, a.k.a. Laugh Track.
This man said his name is Laugh Track. That's like a bad G.I. Joe character.
Or a bad Transformer.
Touche, sir. Touche. All right, so thanks for coming back to the podcast, and let's see what we talk about today. Okay, so we're going to talk about what, three things here? Make it real short and sweet.
I'm with it.
Okay, so first thing is on the docket. I was recently in a stand-up competition for the comedy club called The Port. So the competition was, if you win, you get $75, and then you get to be featured for upcoming shows. So this is my first competition that I did, and I came in second.
What?
You want to clap for your boy?
I don't clap for shit.
Anywho,
I showed up. That was me supporting. I had to pay a service fee to get in the damn building.
here you go again with the service fee. Did I not buy you a drink?
Because I had to.
I saved that. I did that for you to save you from complaining.
I was going to complain regardless. It's a one drink minimum. I'm like, well, I don't drink alcohol. Y'all got water? Yeah, $6.25 for a fucking water.
But you got all the water you can have.
Ooh, like fountains don't exist. Faucets is not a thing at the port.
It's funny they call it that, and you can't get no water for free. So I came in second. I had no expectations of winning the competition because you don't know who's coming, and I didn't really know. I didn't know any of the comedians beforehand. Only person I knew was one guy named Jamar, who he produces the Manor open mic, the
Mobtown comedy.
Yeah, Mobtown comedy. So I knew of him, and I figured that would be like my biggest competition. How they did it was they let the 7 comedians go beforehand. They let the 7 comedians, go ahead. Then the judges decided the top 5, and then the crowd clapped for who they thought was the best out of the 5, and then went down to 3, and then it went between me and what's his last name? John. I won't say John Mayer. That's not his name.
Yeah, no, that's not right.
But John, it was between me and this other guy named John, and John ultimately is ahead of me. So I jokingly say this to Stefan. If I had about like 3 or 4 some more black people, I might have won.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. There's a lot of white folks there.
Yeah. So but it was a good mix. It was a good mix of people in the crowd and everything. So it really could have went either way. But I had no expectations of winning. I wanted just to compete to see how I stacked up against seasoned people. And I think I stood out amongst the crowd. I did well, given that there was 2 jokes in there that were very, very new that I only worked on maybe 2 weeks. Something right? About 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, because the snowball joke, I've been probably working on that for a month. And the other 2 dialysis jokes, they were from my old set. So I tweaked, I threw a little something new in there. And I think it fared well with the crowd and everything. So overall, it was a fun experience. I would definitely do it again because they hold a competition, I believe, once a month. So I'll probably try to do it maybe again. September, October. But we'll see because they said even though I didn't win, I may be finishing top 2. They would probably consider me to be featured for as an opening act for a show in the future. So we'll see. We'll keep our fingers crossed, and Stefan keep on managing me, and hopefully get me something booked soon.
Oh, is it what?
You didn't get that the email?
Let me check my emails. I keep records.
Yeah, we know. It's in there. Check your junk folder. So what did you think of the show?
I mean, overall, quite a few of the comedians that went up I had seen before from doing, going to the different open mics with you.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of their set didn't change. So I wasn't super moved. It was at least two of them. Like their set didn't really change from the last 2 times I saw them. So I wasn't super moved by them. But overall, you and the person that did ultimately win the first place, y'all were the funnier of the individuals who went up.
Okay.
So your positions were well deserved.
Yay! So yeah, because like a lot my friends that came. So thank you to Ariel, Michael, Mike, you, Dominique, and Jasmine. Thank y'all for coming out and supporting, seeing me do my set. What they told me was, I know it's kind of lower bias, is that they said that I was the best one performing. I know and I take it as a grain of salt. I appreciate the sentiment.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I know you are. You gonna dumb me down a peg or two.
Right, that's a real high horse you're sitting on. Let's pull you down.
But but the one thing I think that I can say that I agree with that some of them said was that I set the tone.
Yeah,
I set the tone when I came out, because the first guy, because how it was done was we drew numbers of a cup. So I wanted to be like 4 or 5. I was second. And that terrified me because I'm like, oh shit, because my nerves got the better of me for, knowing my position.
Right.
But but obviously, the order it went and everything. But I'm glad I did go the order I did, because I felt that that helped. I felt I set the tone. Because when the first guy went out, I don't know what was going on within him, but I didn't hear a lot of reaction from the crowd. And then I went on there, did my thing, and then I was in the green room. I just kept listening for the crowd's reaction. And seeing like who was landing their jokes in the sense of what was connected with them and things like that. That's how I was gauging myself against the other comedians, was like just off the audience's applause or their reaction to from laughing.
Yeah, I mean overall, as far as the competition goes, a lot of the other competitors weren't great. There was one guy who just droned on for like 8 minutes.
Yeah, he went after me. And I knew he went on for past 5 minutes. Cause I went on 6.
Yeah.
And I didn't see the light. So that's the only thing too was just messing me up, is looking for that light to notify yourself of how much time you have left. But yeah, he went for 8 minutes and was nothing funny, apparently.
Yeah, no, it was not. And the host of the show, he just kept flashing them, and dude just kept talking.
Look, the host came in. And he came to like, hey, you didn't see me flashing the light at you? He's like, oh, I didn't even see you. I'm so sorry. Like, you went on for 8 minutes. And everybody kind of like, what the hell are you thinking? And the funniest thing of that whole part was K-Sing. He was funny as hell in the green room. He was just like cracking jokes. He says to that man, he says, how long you been doing stand-up? He said, this is my 3rd time doing stand-ups. He's like, so you decided to do a competition? And I bit my tongue so hard because I didn't want to laugh at that man.
Yeah. No,
but it's really interesting to like, be behind the scenes of this. It's like, it's a peek of it and like get the feel of, how comedians talk and interact with each other and things like that. So seeing that behind the scenes is really fun and interesting to see.
Yes. So, I mean, just based off of that, like the level of competition wasn't super great, but the person who ultimately ended up getting first, he had a bit of a slow start, but towards the end, he was firing on all cylinders.
Okay.
And after he went, I was like, oh yeah, he got this. Because beforehand, I was like you. I was like, okay, Jarron got this. Like the first guy, he was got a couple of chuckles out of me, and I was like, not great. You was like, okay, that was funny. And then before that guy came up, I was like, oh yeah, Jarron got this in the bag. But then he started firing on all cylinders. I was like, nope, maybe not. Maybe not. And then he ultimately ended up getting first place.
You called it. That's what's up. Yeah, because like I did trip over one joke towards the end, but I didn't. One of the things I'm happy about is that I did not forget anything and I didn't stall out.
Yeah,
I didn't like a dead headlights up there. It was fumbling. But like I was thinking that the last part of the summer camp joke, it was like I think I said something too soon and my brain didn't catch up with it.
Yeah, I mean, when it came to the pricing of the summer camp, you kind of just fumbled that one.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
a lot.
So, but you know, I feel good about my performance in placing second. You know, not taking anything away from John. I'm not gonna say I don't think I deserved to win. If I did, I would have won. But it was a good experience overall. And it's funny because like I'm not competitive by nature at all. You know me for years. I've never been one to say I gotta do this. It has to I gotta win something. But competing in this, it brings out the battle rapper in me. Because I'm really like, man, what these niggas gonna do? Man, they ain't ready. They ain't see me coming.
I mean, anytime you join a competition, you kind of have to be that way.
True.
You can't join a competition like, well, I hope I do okay. Yeah. What the fuck is the point of you joining the competition?
Right, because I definitely want to see like how, because like I thought my biggest competition would be Jamal because I seen him host. I know what he does and everything. I've gone through his Instagram and seen like what his credits are. He's doing different shows and different things like that. So I'm like, all right, man, he might take this one. Just off a rep alone, while I seen some of his set when he's hosted, but I never seen him do actual shows, so I didn't know how that would vary. And then what also gave me like a little added fuel was on the day before or the day of, he had made an Instagram post saying that, you know, come see him perform tonight, take the crown again, or take the crown for this competition because he just won another competition for the comedy shows near me. So he won like a round in that or some show they had going on with that. So I was like, oh, okay. So I mean, I gotta make sure I come through. So, but it was John sneaky ass. That's the ultimate took it.
Yeah, like I said, because when he first started, I was like, hey, he was stumbling a little bit, but then once he got firing, I'm like, oh damn, this man, he is hitting.
Right. Yeah. So, because that's one thing I wish I could have seen their performances.
Right.
To see, you know, to kind of really compare notes in a sense, but I feel like I probably run a lot of them again in, you know, different settings. And, you know, I can see it done.
Yeah, I mean, the Baltimore comedy scene is pretty small.
Yeah, they were talking about how like Virginia got a good Richmond, Virginia, I believe they said had a good comedy scene and things like that. They said DC was trash, but I don't know. I haven't gone to DC yet.
I mean, I'm assuming that the people who are constantly doing it will probably know.
Yeah, so they were just like, you know, shooting the shit. So, but yeah, so the plan is to, you know, keep working, retooling the set, doing open mics. I actually went out to open mic by myself.
I mean, you the one doing the open mics. You should be willing to go by yourself.
I like that company. So. Yeah, and I think that helped a lot because I you know, with the set. So I ain't doing anything this week. I'm probably gonna like maybe do 1 or 2 mics this week, just and just so I don't lose the feeling of being on stage. I'm not gonna try anything new just yet because I still got some stuff that we worked on that I haven't performed yet at all. So I got to work on, you know, memorizing that, you know, talking it through and things like that, feeling it out. So. We'll see how that goes in the next month or so. So there's another competition, I think, coming up with Magoobies. I'm going to get on top of that on August 1st. And don't you forget, help me write the email. Thank you, best friend.
Yeah, it won't work for me all the time. Won't work for me.
I pay you, though.
What? When?
I pay you through tutoring. I feed you. I tell you I love you every day. I give you affirmations.
You don't pay me through tutoring. I tutor and get paid. The hell? One does have nothing to do with the other.
It does to me.
And that's why you on that bullshit.
So the affirmation will help you, don't do that for you?
Absolutely not.
Damn.
I've never needed positive affirmation. I wake up feeling like this.
Angry?
Absolutely.
So, and yeah, we'll see what comes up, you know, for the rest of the year. So, we off to a good start here in my aspiring comedian career.
I guess we'll see where it goes.
To the top, hopefully, or somewhere get a paid gig.
Right. That's ultimately the goal.
Moving on. So we saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Is it Wolverine? Deadpool versus Wolverine?
No, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay. On Friday. And that movie was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it was high goddamn hilarious.
Yes, it definitely was. So this will come out, what, Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday.
By that time, you should seen the goddamn movie. So we're not holding nothing back. Spoilers ahead.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I said, I mean, with the box office gross that is made over the weekend, if you haven't seen it yet, it's because you bullshit.
Right, 438 million.
Yeah,
was that worldwide or just domestic?
Worldwide.
Shoo. Yeah, it was a really good movie. I won't say I can't put in the box and say it was a good Marvel movie. It was a good overall action movie. Period. Just a lot of fanfare, a lot of laughter, a lot of cameos.
Yeah, I mean the fan service was palpable.
Mm-hmm.
They just from the beginning to the end was just full of fan service.
Oh yeah. Is there any moment that sticks out to you, and throughout the whole movie?
I think most of the moments that really stood out for me was just maybe the cameos per se, just the absolute ridiculous number of cameos. Like these people must have had nothing else that they were doing for them to have so many goddamn cameos in this movie.
Well, let's run it down. So you had Chris Hemsworth and that little cameo with him holding Deadpool, right?
I guess that's kind of partially a cameo because that was a scene that they took from Loki 2. I mean, not Loki 2, but Thor 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It wasn't a new thing. They just juxtaposed him into the Loki's position from Thor 2 Dark World.
Okay. So, that will get us not really a cameo, but Chris Evans, Wesley Snipes, Jennifer Gardner, Channing Tatum. Was it Blake Lively?
Yeah, Blake Lively.
Blake Lively. The lady from the TVA.
Yeah. I can't remember her name. It's an American name, and I don't want to butcher it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name either. Was that it? That was like 6.
Oh, I mean, it was way more. I mean, the guy who originally played Pyro from X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
X-Men The Last Stand. They had, it wasn't the same guy that played Juggernaut from X-Men The Last Stand, but they had the exact same suit and look from X-Men The Last Stand.
I wonder that was really Azrael, because that was, it was Sabretooth. That was really
good. Yeah, Sabretooth. Yeah, that was the same guy that played Sabretooth in the first X-Men movie. Azrael, that was the exact same guy that played from First Class.
Because I've seen, they had like the Psylocke from The Last Stand. No. Was that
No, that was I think it was the Psylocke from First Class.
Okay.
But I know
the Apocalypse.
Yeah, Apocalypse. Yeah.
Okay.
And they
Callisto, because she had a tattoo.
Yeah, they had Lady Deathstrike.
Yeah.
They had Ray Parker playing Toad again.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was when they were first driving up, he was like, Toad, do your thing.
Yeah.
That was Ray Parker.
I didn't think Ray Parker.
Yeah, that was Ray Parker.
Okay, yeah.
That was Ray Parker.
I knew it was Toad, but I didn't think that was
that was Ray Parker.
Okay. Shit.
So they had just
there's no one
a ton of goddamn cameos.
Because there was one guy in this black leather coat. It was a black guy, and somebody said that was Blade.
No, that wasn't Blade.
Yeah, I didn't think it was Blade. I know who that was.
Wesley Snipes was Blade. There was only one Blade, and they made it a point to point out that there was only one Blade.
That was like the best fourth wall breaking in the whole movie.
Oh, absolutely. It's only one blade, and there's only going to be one blade. And then Ryan Reynolds slowly turns to the camera. It looks.
Oh man, but Channing Tatum, he nailed the way he fucked up that role in that way with just that character was spot on. Because that's how the movie would have turned out too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. If Fox did that Gambit movie, had the chance to do that Gambit movie. That's exactly how it would have turned out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he put on that super stereotypical heavy Cajun accent that you can't really understand what the hell he was saying. Yeah, so overall, it is an absolute fun movie. The action scenes are good. And, the fourth wall breaks were extremely funny. I mean, both the previous Deadpool movies were extremely funny, but this one, it was firing on all cylinders, and it was just a ton of fan service. Yeah,
it was a good movie. Nick asked me if I went and saw it the other day. I had to lie and say I didn't, but he's not going to see that with me again.
Because you're not going to lie to the kids.
Nah, that movie too raunchy for him. I can see it now repeating something he ain't got no business repeating when school start. So, but yeah, it was a good movie. I'm gonna go see it again. Because it was just because I think my favorite part I think was Chris Evans being the Human Torch.
Oh yeah.
Because when I saw him, I was like, oh shit, it's Captain America.
Yeah, you think he coming in as Captain America, but nope, Johnny Storm.
Because I was thinking to myself like, what version of Cap is this? Is Age of Ultron cap, and not saying like it was from the movie from the MCU, but like just an alternate version of him.
Right.
I'm just, and my brain was just scrambling thinking like, what version of Cap are we getting here? Turn out it's fucking Human Torch.
Yeah, did not see that coming at all.
Yeah, that was great. And the fact that they said that he had to go eat him at the budget.
He's too expensive. He's eating up the budget.
Oh, that was great. So, yeah, and so it was a really good movie. What do you think with them now being, so now did they go back to Earth 616 or they went back to that time?
No, they went back to their timeline.
Okay.
So they're not a part of the sacred timeline proper.
Okay. So what do you think is going to, what do you think is up next for them?
I mean, well, obviously, but I'm almost certain that either one, Deadpool or Wolverine, are definitely going to have to be in Secret War.
Okay.
So I think that's the next thing, is that they're going to be in Secret War. I see absolutely no reason why that wouldn't be the case.
Okay.
But I think they made it a point to try to keep them in their own universe so that they can do their own thing. And if they want to bring people into it, they can do that.
That makes sense. Because I mean, could they? I don't know. They probably. I mean, they definitely could do a sequel to that, but it doesn't need it.
Oh yeah.
They didn't leave any cliffhangers in that movie. Like it was no what ifs for me. Like should it be what could they do in another movie? But yeah, that makes sense what you said about them possibly like kind of like coming into Secret Wars and then kind of just dipping back out.
Yeah.
So only time will tell. Speaking of Secret Wars, Marvel had their Hall H panel yesterday at ComiCon.
Yes, San Diego ComiCon.
Made some announcements. So we are getting Avengers Doomsday and also Avengers Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, even though Secret Wars was already a part of the plan, but beforehand, instead of Doomsday, it was the Kang Dynasty. But we know how that would happen.
Yep. And now they announced that Robert Downey Jr. will be returning as Dr. Doom. Woohoo! Kind of weird choice, but hey.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, granted, now in the comics, Tony Stark has been Dr. Doom, but this is Robert Downey Jr. playing Victor Von Doom and not some Tony Stark variant. So we'll see how they shake this one out.
Yeah, like I said to you before we started, like I would like to have seen the short list of who they wanted to be Dr. Doom before they ultimately came to Robert Downey Jr. I'm cool with the decision because it's ultimately you got to see it to see how if this was the right choice or not.
Absolutely.
So thinking of who played Dr. Doom, I seen they threw around what's that man's name? Is it the guy that played Oppenheimer?
Oh, okay. I can't remember his name, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
they wanted him to. They were throwing his name around as being Dr. Doom and everything. So, but like you said, it just could be just a variant of Dr. Doom. It could be other Dr. Dooms. They could be introduced into to this because it is Doomsday after all. So it's title. So I mean, anything can come from it. And you know what I mean? I'm just, you got to wait and see. It's only 2 years out, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2026.
And then the fact that they have brought the Russo brothers back on to do the Avengers movies.
So I know one thing: somebody gonna die.
It's gonna be an absolute monster of a spectacle, and yeah, there's probably gonna be a few people dead.
Yeah. So question for you: they brought back Robert Downey Jr. to play Doom. Do you think they should recast Black Panther? It seems like that could be more of a possibility to introduce another Black Panther. Given the multiverse.
but technically, they've already recasted Black Panther.
This is true.
The sister, she's now the Black Panther.
Okay.
So basically, the question that you asked is, should they replace T'Challa? I mean, I don't see a need for it at this point.
Okay.
I mean, so they got T'Challa's child, and they introduced his child, and they can always age him up if they want to have another T'Challa in there. But they already have a new Black Panther.
And I think honestly that would be unfair to Shuri's character to not evolve as the Black Panther and grow. Like this was just that Wakanda Forever was her first outing, transitioning to that, and there's still more for her character to explore.
Right.
Because they said they're going to have a third one, right?
No, there's a series.
A series coming, but aren't they going to do a third one though?
I don't know. They haven't announced anything.
Oh, okay, that's right. They didn't announce. But I think
they just announced the Wakanda series.
Okay,
Can't remember what the tagline for it is, but
yeah. So I can't wait. And then they talked about Fantastic Four, First Steps, and that takes place in another dimension, but it's like I guess a little more futuristic.
Yeah,
in the 60s,
and they'll be coming into the main universe proper. Some point in their movie.
Oh, okay. So that should be interesting. Then they showcased Captain America: Brave New World. The trailer released a couple weeks ago, so everybody's seeing that. It looks pretty dope. It's it looks like it's grounded in the same way that
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier was and everything. So Elijah Bradley kicking ass, taking no names, and they said, oh man, what's the man's name? The assassin,
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes, I'm gonna call him the man from Giancarlo. Okay, I can say his name. So Giancarlo's playing
the villain from everything.
He's playing Sidewinder from the Secret Serpent Society.
The Serpent Society, yeah.
Oh, okay, Serpent Society. I didn't know it was. I messed I had to word in there. So, what do you know of the Serpent Society? I've heard them, but I don't. I know from a cartoon.
They're just. I don't think they've ever been in any.
Well, they were in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, that Disney.
Oh, I never watched that one.
Okay, that's why I said that. Yeah, that was the only thing that was.
Oh, yeah, I never watched that one. So, but yeah, I mean, but they're just another secret organization, terrorist society, sort of like the Hand.
Okay. You know, are they badass in the comics? Because I feel like they made them a joke in the cartoon.
They're a pretty big deal.
Okay.
For a few runs in the comics. But like I said, I never saw Earth's Mightiest Heroes, so I don't know.
Okay, well, so with him being announced that he was Sidewinder, that intrigues me because I don't know anything about the Serpent Society. But how do you feel about that? Does that add any more excitement to it, or do you think oh damn, somebody gonna get fucked up because he is a Sidewinder?
I mean, essentially, one, because it's Giancarlo Esposito, and I love pretty much anything that the man's in,
right?
And so that tells me that they got him, that they're probably gonna do at least more than a one and done with them. Yeah. At least that's kind of the hopes.
Yeah, I hope so too, because just from what I understand of the Serpent Society, they're kind of mutated in a sense.
Yeah.
So if he's in his human form, I don't know if he'll get to that serpent form in the movie, but like you said, I hope it's not one and done. So that comes out February, right?
Yeah.
So we got 6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 8 months. So yay. Marvel stepping up again. So they said they want to focus on quality and not quantity.
Yeah. So they're not going to be flooding Disney Plus in the movies with a bunch of movies, 6 or 7 different things a year. Well,
I hope that they do drop the girl from Wakanda Forever, that had the Iron Man suit.
Ironheart?
Ironheart. I'm about to call her Iron Love. I hope they drop Ironheart soon.
Yeah, I think that's going to drop. I mean, because they had the list come out of when things are supposed to come out. And Ironheart is supposed to come out either 2025 or 2026.
Damn, it's a long time.
I mean, not really.
What's coming up before then, though, as far as series goes?
Agatha is the next thing that comes out in September.
Yeah.
And then as far as any other series goes, they have an animated series, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I don't know what any other series that they have coming out.
I think I've read about What If Season 3.
Yeah. They do have, What If Season 3 coming out.
And then X-Men 97 Season 2 is in the works.
Yeah.
So, but we probably won't get it to 2025, late 2025 sometime.
Yeah. So as far as series goes, the next thing that's coming out is Agatha All Alone.
Okay. How you think about that trailer?
Oh, I enjoyed it. It's looking like they're taking a sort of a horror stance like they did with Werewolf by Night.
Okay, yeah.
And Kathy Hahn, I love her and everything she does. So
yeah, I liked her character in WandaVision.
Yeah.
So yeah, that should be interesting. So yep. So Deadpool Wolverine was great. Go see it.
Absolutely.
Let us know in the comments what you think about it if you saw it. What was your favorite cameo and things of that nature. And what else? Oh, you can still see my first set on our YouTube page. Do you want to put up my other set? on the YouTube page.
I mean, I can do that if you want.
Yeah, you check that out too. You know. And what else we got to talk about? That's it,
I
right?
think that was it.
All right. Well, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe your thoughts in the comment section. And I guess that's it. I go leave stuff on loan now.
All right, that's the show. And as always, you can check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Can't stress that enough.
Okay.
Peace out.
Peace.